You're lying in bed and your mind won't stop. It replays that conversation from 3 days ago. It rehearses tomorrow's meeting. It builds entire futures that haven't happened and rewrites pasts that can't be changed. Your thoughts spiral, branch, multiply, each one pulling you further from peace, further from sleep, further from the present moment. This is overthinking. And if you're watching this right now, you already know how exhausting it is. But here's what you might not know. Overthinking isn't a flaw in your character. It's not a sign that something is fundamentally wrong with you. It's your brain doing what it was designed to do, trying to protect you by solving problems, predicting threats, and making sense of uncertainty. The trouble is, your mind doesn't know when to stop. It treats every worry like a puzzle that must be solved, every fear like a danger that must be mapped, and so it runs endlessly like a machine with no off switch. The ancient Stoics understood this. 2,000 years ago, without neuroscience or psychology, they saw the same pattern in themselves and others. They recognized that suffering comes not from the world itself, but from the stories we tell about it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He wasn't speaking to crowds, he was reminding himself. Even emperors overthink. Today, we're going to walk through a Stoic guide to escaping overthinking. Not by fighting your thoughts, not by forcing them away, but by understanding them, meeting them with clarity, and learning to return to the only moment that truly exists, this one. Let's start with why overthinking happens. Your brain has a network called the default mode network. When you're not focused on a specific task, this network activates. It's responsible for self-reflection, memory, and imagining the future. It's useful. It helps you plan, learn from the past, and understand yourself. But when left unchecked, it becomes a factory of worry. It generates scenarios, most of which will never happen. It reviews mistakes, most of which no one else remembers. It creates problems where none exist. Psychologically, overthinking is often rooted in a need for control. When life feels uncertain, your mind tries to think its way to safety. It believes that if it can just analyze enough, predict enough, prepare enough, then you'll be protected. But this is an illusion. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of what you overthink never comes to pass. And even when challenges do arise, overthinking doesn't prepare you, it exhausts you. So how do we escape this cycle? The Stoics offer a simple but profound starting point: awareness. You cannot change what you do not see. Epictetus taught that we should distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. He said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. Your thoughts will arise. That's not up to you. But how you respond to them, whether you follow them down every dark corridor or gently bring yourself back, that is up to you." When you notice yourself overthinking, pause. Don't judge it. Don't add a second layer of stress by thinking, "I shouldn't be overthinking." Simply notice. Say to yourself quietly and kindly, "I am overthinking right now." This small act of naming creates distance. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that observes them. Let me share a story. There was once a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors came to him and said, "What terrible luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, bringing with it 3 wild horses. The neighbors said, "What wonderful luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." The following day, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses and broke his leg. The neighbors said, "What terrible luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." A week later, soldiers came to the village to draft young men into the army. but the farmer's son was spared because of his broken leg. The neighbors said, "What wonderful luck," and the farmer replied, "Maybe." This story illustrates a Stoic truth. We do not know the full meaning of events as they unfold. Overthinking tries to assign meaning too quickly, to label everything as good or bad, safe or dangerous. But life is more complex, more mysterious than our thoughts can capture. When you catch yourself spinning stories about what something means, remember the farmer. Maybe. Maybe you don't need to know yet. Maybe it's okay to not have it all figured out. Now let's talk about practical techniques for interrupting overthinking. First, ground yourself in the present through your senses. When your mind is racing, it's almost always in the past or future. Bring it back by noticing 5 things you can see right now. Notice the texture of the surface beneath your hand. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Notice sounds in the room or outside. This isn't about distraction. It's about returning to reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. The present moment is the only place where peace exists." Second, ask yourself the Stoic question, is this within my control? If the answer is no, practice letting it go. Not by suppressing it, but by acknowledging that worrying about it serves no purpose. If the answer is yes, ask, what is the next small action I can take? Overthinking thrives in abstraction. Action grounds you in reality. Third, write it down. The Stoics were great journalers. When thoughts loop endlessly in your mind, they gain power. When you write them on paper, you externalize them. You can see them for what they are, just thoughts, not truths. Write without editing. Let it all pour out. Then read it back. Often you'll find that what felt overwhelming in your head looks manageable on paper. Fourth, practice the Stoic exercise of negative visualization, but gently. Instead of catastrophizing, ask yourself, if the thing I'm worried about actually happened, could I handle it? The answer is almost always yes. You are more resilient than your overthinking mind believes. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." I want to pause here and speak directly to you. If this video is resonating with you, if you're finding value in these ideas, I'd love for you to subscribe. This channel is a space for people who are seeking clarity, calm, and a deeper understanding of themselves. It's a community of thoughtful, intentional people like you. By subscribing, you're not just supporting the channel, you're joining a journey toward greater peace and wisdom. I'm grateful you're here. Let's continue. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is learning to befriend uncertainty. Overthinking is often a resistance to not knowing, but uncertainty is not the enemy. It's the nature of life. The Stoics embraced this. They practiced amor fati, love of fate, not passive resignation, but active acceptance. Whatever happens, I will meet it. Whatever comes, I will work with it. When you feel the urge to overthink, try this affirmation. I don't need to have all the answers right now. I trust myself to handle what comes. Say it slowly. Let it settle in your body. You are capable. You have handled every difficult moment in your life so far. You will handle the next one too. Another affirmation. My worth is not determined by how much I worry. I am enough, even when my mind is quiet. Overthinking can feel productive, like you're doing something important. But peace is not laziness. Clarity is not indifference. You can care deeply about your life without exhausting yourself with endless mental loops. Here's a neuroscience insight that might help. Your brain has a negativity bias. It's wired to focus on threats and problems because evolutionarily, that kept us alive. But in the modern world, This bias often misfires. Your brain treats a difficult email like a predator in the wild. It sounds the same alarm. Understanding this helps you see overthinking with compassion. Your brain is trying to help. It's just overreacting. You can gently train your brain to balance this bias by practicing gratitude. Not as a cliché, but as a real practice. Each day, notice 3 things that went well, no matter how small. A kind word, a moment of sunlight, a task completed. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about giving your brain evidence that life contains good things too, not just threats. As we come to the end of this guide, I want to leave you with a final thought from Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Not the quantity, not the intensity, the quality. You get to choose, moment by moment, which thoughts you give your attention to." Overthinking will not disappear overnight. It's a habit, and habits take time to shift. But every time you notice it, every time you bring yourself back to the present, every time you ask, "Is this within my control?" you are practicing. You are building a new relationship with your mind. One rooted in awareness, not reaction, in clarity, not chaos. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are a human being learning to navigate a complex inner world, and that takes courage. The Stoics believed that wisdom is not about never struggling. It's about how you meet the struggle, with patience, with self-compassion, with the understanding that peace is not a destination you arrive at, but a practice you return to again and again. So take a breath, feel the ground beneath you, notice the present moment. You are here, you are alive, and that is enough.
Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.